Thousands of residents throughout Bradford County say they're being cheated out of property royalty payments from certain natural gas companies. Legislation to fix a loophole in the state's Guaranteed Minimum Royalty Rights Act has now hit a dead end. WENY's Isabel Garcia takes a closer look at what's next for residents.
Was there any indication when you first signed up that this could be a possibility?
No, not at all. That guy said no, it's a state law.
Wayne Felter runs a small beef cattle farm just outside of Wyalusing in Bradford County, PA. He also has a lease with Chesapeake Energy and prior had one with Anadarko Energy for natural gas production. When he first began receiving royalty payments, the money went into the farm.
I bought hay and equipment, stuff to make hay with, mower and rakes and stuff, tractor to modernize some.
After a few years, something changed, and those checks started to dwindle.
They started hauling gas, and at first it was really good. Next thing we know, we were getting charged for transportation. We were getting charged for gathering, and then it got worse, and then it got so they were taking at least half what we got.
Wayne is being charged for what's known as post-production costs. The state's Guaranteed Minimum Royalty Act of 1979 indicates a royalty payment must be at least 12.5% of the total value of the gas drilled. This was well before the development of conventional shale gas wells such as Marcellus, which allowed companies to use newer technology and take advantage of a legislative loophole.
1 month this year, I didn't get anything. Finally, I called them. I met with 4 guys, and they gave me a spreadsheet, and they showed where they lost $629 on my 1/8 of the gas, on all their gas. And they said that there was $629 lost. They got the gas for nothing.
A 2010 lawsuit on this issue made it all the way to the state Supreme Court. The court ruled the law did not clearly define the term royalty, allowing gas companies to get away with deducting post-production costs.
The Supreme Court of Pennsylvania gave direction to the state legislature how to correct the bill, and they have failed to do it. It's been 6 long years and hundreds of millions of dollars taken from landowners of their natural resources that they own out of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Efforts to fix this loophole were addressed in the 2013-2014 House session, but failed. The reintroduction of a similar bill during this past House session also saw the same fate.
1391 died at the vine, which is the Guaranteed Minimum Royalties Act, and quite frankly, I am not surprised. Harrisburg failed us. They walked away from rural Pennsylvania. Republicans think they own rural Pennsylvania. Well, I guess we found out really what they think of us.
Bradford County Commissioner Doug McClinko believes the legislation was weighed down with add-ons.
The gas industry had some of their flunkies take and put a bunch of amendments on it, is what it boils down to. So it was things that I wouldn't even support, but that's what they do. I mean, that's their game. They put amendments on it that nobody will support, and then people just walk away.
For private landowners, the hope of seeing a resolution is dwindling.
What can we do? They're using our money for their lawyers to fight us. How can we fight lawyers? How can we fight them? You know, and it's up to our state government. And I'm sorry to say, I have a lot of less faith in our state government now than I did.
When you start looking at all this money, which I am okay with fundraising, it's an evil of politics, unfortunately. But when you take the money, who are you going to stand with? Are you going to be with the lobbyist, or are you going to be with the landowner? And I think it's evident where the House representative in Pennsylvania stands.
There are plans to reintroduce a third version of the bill when the new House session begins in 2017.
The fight is going to continue. We're not going away. It might just change a little bit.
It hurts. You think you're supposed to be getting money, and you don't get it. You just don't get it. They don't seem to bother them, Chesapeake, that they just keep going and keep going.
Reporting in Bradford County, Isabel Garcia, WENY News.